Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video, we are going to start our work on disassembling our STI. Right now, it's in my home garage as I didn't want to drive out late to my shop to drop it off after race day. So the car has just been sitting here ever since. But today we're going to go ahead and get this car brought over to my shop and start working on this. In case you guys missed out on the previous videos, the reason I can no longer drive the car is I lost oil pressure at the racetrack and went to drain the oil. Lots of metal in the oil, so it's not really a safe motor to drive around, especially because I don't want to take out the heads or the turbo. Right now, the only damage should be the short block, hoping nothing in the heads or turbo. So we're gonna go ahead and get this car on a trailer. Since I'm very lazy right now, I don't want to have to try to fight to push this car on the trailer, especially because I don't have a winch on the trailer, and it's just me, and I don't think I'm going to be able to push this pig of a car onto a trailer by myself. So what we're going to do is put some oil back into this car, put a filter on, drive this car onto the trailer and then off of it at the shop. Driving it a few feet to put it on the trailer and unloading it shouldn't cause any damage, and it just seems like a way better option than trying to fight to get this on the trailer for like an hour. So first things first, we're gonna put some oil in this car, get this car on the ground, start it up and see how it sounds. I never heard this car after we lost oil pressure. I wonder if the knock will be apparent or not. I don't know, we'll see. My thought process here is if I use the oil I drained from the car with all the bearing material, maybe if I pour it back in, the bearings will reattach themselves. Obviously I'm joking, I'm going to be putting new oil in this car, VR1 2050. It is kind of crappy because this is not cheap oil, but I think the $40 is worth my pain and suffering trying to push this car onto a trailer. Even with a damn oil funnel, I still managed to spill oil on to my timing cover. The car's getting taken apart anyway. Alright, well unfortunately the battery is dead on this car, and of course my jump pack is dead. So I might need to put that on the camera for a while, let the jump pack charge, but also it's my buddy's trailer I'm using, and he's off at work right now and his car is blocking the trailer. So even though if I got the car started right now, I would not be able to load it. So we'll go ahead and charge the jump pack, wait until I can use the trailer, and I'll pick you guys up then. Alright, a couple hours later, the jump pack is charged enough, just enough to probably get this car started. At least that's what I'm hoping. We have the trailer hooked up to the truck right outside there, and we're just gonna go ahead and start this car, load it on the trailer, and bring it over to my shop. why I was moving so damn much. Well, we made it back to the shop. It's kind of weird. I come here every like few days, but I have not filmed a video here in quite some time just because I've had all the cars at my house and my shop there. But now we have the STI here. I'm gonna go ahead, pull out the Honda and just keep it parked outside. I hate having a cluttered shop space, and 2 cars in there already is kind of crammed. So I'm gonna go ahead, pull out the Honda, park it outside, and then put the STI in the nice open shop. As you guys can tell, the Honda kind of has taken up the entire shop here. We have the doors laid out, all of the glass, that shelf is, all of this is just completely full of Honda parts and new Honda parts. But since I'm trying to race, the Honda project is getting pushed aside so we can get this STI back up and running so we can race as much as humanly possible. So right now I just got the Honda pushed outside. I'm going to go ahead and jack it up and leave the car on jack stands and take off the TEs. I don't want this to get stolen. We're not in the best area in Spokane, so I'm gonna go ahead, get the car on jack stands, remove the TEs as these are the most expensive part on this car, and just cross our fingers that the car is not stolen. All right, we got the Honda up on jack stand sitting out here with the wheels taken off. So hopefully this isn't that catching to the eye for someone to steal because it is just a complete shell. But if someone does steal this, I will find you. I am gonna go ahead and cover this as well, so it doesn't catch your eye that much, but it's still leaving a car outside in kind of a not so good part of town. But we're gonna cross our fingers, hope it doesn't get stolen. We're gonna go ahead, unload the STI, and get it into the shop now. And there we go. After, it's been a long time since this car has been in the shop, I feel like well over a month, but the car is finally back in the shop. I'm not feeling the best. I've been kind of sick. It is getting later, so I think I'm going to pick up starting the teardown tomorrow, just so I can kind of get a wind and not completely exert myself, which then would make me even more sick, if that makes sense. So I think I'm just gonna take it easy tonight. It shouldn't take that long to get this torn apart anyway. I should have this completely torn apart tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow drop the heads off at the machine shop. But after we get the motor and the car pretty much like a shell on the engine bay, no motor or anything, we still may take this over to Josh's shop and assemble it there. 1, it'll be done 100% proper with Josh there. 2, it is a sponsored car with Josh. He wants to see this car live as long as possible to do hits, so it kind of benefits both of us. I just don't know about Josh's timeline, what he has going on, and the head shop. So hopefully we'll get something worked out. In the meantime, I will see you guys tomorrow, which will be like a millisecond. Well guys, it is now the next day. I'm feeling a lot better, got a good amount of sleep. Today, we need to get this car completely torn apart. Now in the past, every video seems to be like the same, and truthfully, I am beyond exhausted and bored of making the same video, just tearing this car apart. So today's video, I'm not gonna show too much taking it apart, as I've done this so many countless times, but I'll make sure to pick up the camera on the important parts. It's just kind of exhausting filming the same video over and over and over again, and I'm sure you guys are exhausted from that content as well. And I've really been trying to like change my content type, my videos, so they're not all the same. But today we are going to get this thing taken apart. But I don't know if I ever showed you guys my fancy overflow that I had to rig up at the track, because of course I forgot to have an overflow. So this hose was just hanging on the floor. which is not good because if I were to push coolant and it would spray directly on my front tire, which then would make you lose control and smack a wall. So we came up with this. This was just temporary in the meantime. I think I now can fit the stock overflow back in. I wasn't able to do it before because of how the pipe was made, but I think I can squeeze the stock one back in here. So it should make that a little bit cleaner. Now in the past, when I have pulled motors on my Subarus, I always change it up. I sometimes leave the long block assembled and I just take off everything else. Sometimes I completely strip it to a bare long block and pull it. So this time I think I'm going to strip it again as well. I just feel like that might be a little bit easier, especially because I'm just trying to get the heads taken off and I'll need the whole long block taken apart anyway. Sometimes I'm just doing a clutch or something like that, but this time this whole long block needs to be completely stripped apart. So let's get at it. For all you guys that are doing like custom kits, custom pipings for your like charge pipes, I highly recommend you guys get the Vibrant HD clamps. This makes putting on and off your charge pipes a million times easier rather than those couplers, and you will not have boost leaks with these. I found that I had quite a few on my last setup with my charge pipes, and over like 40 pounds, I like to like implode or explode. And yeah, not safe. These are pretty expensive. I think they're like 150 bucks per piece, but I'll show you guys how easy it is to remove your charge pipe. You have one pin that holds it together. You push it in and you pull out the piece. This opens up. And now your charge pipe can come out. Just like that. So there's always been one thing I was kind of sketched out about on this car, and that is the engine harness. There was no real proper way to have that routed, so I decided I would go in between the up pipe and down pipe, only the two hottest parts on the car, and I wrapped it in some heat wrap. I was really hoping that that would be enough, and it looks like it was. This heat wrap normally colors as well, like a yellowish once it gets warm. There's no yellow like color to this at all. So that means our method of going in between the down pipe and up pipe has been working for us. Another reason I know that this heat film is working, well, there's two reasons. The first reason is that the up pipe and down pipe don't radiate that much heat to melt a harness or start heating up this heat wrap. But also, like normal, I'm dumb. There is a plastic film behind this, which I'm pretty sure has to get removed and it kind of like sticks on. I did not do that, and this plastic is in perfect condition. So we know that the plastic was not melting. The ground is still on. I did that last time as well because I had the engine harness relocated in this area to make room for the charge pipe and turbo kit. So I've been grounding it here where you cannot really see when the intake manifold's on. So when I was yanking it off, it was not coming. Just to realize I yet again forgot about the main engine harness ground. Well, I just got the timing belt taken off of the motor here. And as you guys can see, I am running the HKS purple timing belt. It seemed to have rubbed off on absolutely every single pulley here. I wonder if that's just because the belt material, the way it's coated purple, rubbed off on the pulleys since there is contact, or maybe I had the belt too tight because I am running the IAG adjustable pulleys. So I'll have to do a little bit more research into that to see why that happened, because if it's too tight, I want to make sure I don't make that mistake again. Thankfully, like, everything was still in time. The belt looked fine. I don't think we would have had a failure anytime soon, but I don't like the look of this. Well, guys, just a little bit later, and we got the heads taken off of the short block. We are about to get ready to go ahead and head to our local cylinder head service shop and hopefully get these expedited to get these redecked, hot tanked, all of that good stuff. Now, with any motor failure that's like bearing metal, stuff like that, it's always a concern if you're gonna take out your turbo, like in your heads and stuff like that. After a close and quick examination on these heads, it looks like these heads are perfectly fine. I don't see any like major scarring or anything like that. Obviously, the machine shop will be able to tell better than I can, but I have hope that these heads are completely fine. Well, guys, truck almost didn't start. Not too bad of a day. We got the car from running just a few hours ago to completely torn apart. We have the heads now in the back of my truck. I'm gonna go ahead and drop off the heads right now. It's like 4:30, they close at 5. And then hopefully I can try to bribe them and convince them to get these heads done as soon as humanly possible. And there we go, we just got the heads dropped off at our local cylinder head service shop. I asked him, I was like, what are the chances I can have these done tomorrow? He said, there's a good chance I'll have them done for you tomorrow. So I'm very excited about that. That just means we can get my car put together as soon as possible. It'd be nice to have my car put together running this week. So I have a week of my car being just ready for the track. I'm trying to get my car ready last minute. But if you guys are local to like Spokane in this area and you need a good head shop, I 100% recommend our local cylinder head service shop off of Francis. They always do amazing work and they can get your stuff done in a very good time span. But I think that's gonna end off today's video. There's nothing really else I can record until these heads are done. But stay tuned for the next video. The next video, I'm hoping we can get the car 100% put back together and running. And we still may throw it on the dyno and turn down the car a little bit. I don't know. You guys will have to stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.